Apologies for that. We had a technical mishap. The application crashed. But I am back on the air, the internet air, the digital air. So I just put the call out on Twitter that I'm back up. But we are continuing with this live stream of Montreal anti-austerity demonstration in downtown Montreal. We are currently on the intersection of De la Montagne and St. Catherine, moving westward. So apologies for that interruption. Had an app crash and had to start the stream over again. So tell your friends, Matt Demo's back with a vengeance. So we are coming up to Montreal Police Station 20. No doubt we'll have police officers guarding the entrance as we did at the downtown headquarters. Coming up to the intersection of Crescent and St. Catherine. So we've got a big bar and restaurant street over here. A lot of people out on the street. So people overheard some people saying there were too many police cars up ahead on St. Catherine. So somebody suggested moving left. So the 100 to 150 or so protesters, some of them have taken a left onto Crescent, heading south. And calls for people to stay grouped together. A gentleman came out of that bar, and he screamed something interesting to the crowd. He said, "You're either part of the problem or part of the solution." That's, we'll have to think about that one. We've got Jones 1963 in the stream. Hi, Jones. Nice to see you. And yes, I am back. Sorry for the temporary interruption. We had an app crash, but we're back. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your mailman. At Matt Demo on Twitter. Handle is in the title of the stream. And check out the linknewspaper.ca and 99media.org for continued coverage of Montreal's protests and other breaking news. I think I just heard the briefest analysis on these protests. Walking by, someone outside a bar smoking a cigarette going, "I guess it's got something to do with the schools." So there you go, folks. I don't even know why I do this when you've got analysis like that. I'm half tempted to go up to some protesters and ask them if this has something to do with the schools, but that'll probably just get me in trouble. And we are now coming up to the intersection of Crescent and René Lévesque. Yes, if somebody would be so kind, I'm limited in my ability to tweet out. But if people are still trying to find this new stream that went up, if you'd be so kind as to post about it on Twitter and let them know where to go. I think we had a parking sign tossed over, and that's pretty much the extent of any sort of damage or destruction of property, much like the anti-police brutality demo some weeks ago. Just a couple of things toppled over, road cones, some signs, but nothing much else. So here we are, René Lévesque, coming off the intersection of Crescent, and protesters are taking a left, moving east on René Lévesque. So we've got some traffic that's being disrupted here, but police are now blocking access to the march. So people were originally walking with traffic, but they've now moved over into the adjacent lane, now marching against traffic. And there are the honks. So we appear to have picked up a couple of bystanders into the march. Some people who were seeing it walk by have now become part of the march. Now on the intersection of De la Montagne and René Lévesque. Calls for people to remain grouped together. Police mobilizing. And continuing east down the René Lévesque against traffic. So this is kind of, I have to admit to being a little bit astounded right now that the police aren't being more forceful, just simply because of the sort of reasoning that's given in the past for why police come in and block off access or shut down demos. It's usually for logistical reasons like this, that it disrupts traffic or that no itinerary was provided. But again, all those factors are present this evening, but no riot police and no blocking access. Calls to continue east on the René Lévesque. How's your Saturday night going? What are you folks up to? Have a beer and some nachos on me. Don't send me the check though. Got an ambulance passing here. So much like at the police brutality demo, we had a similar incident where a street was blocked, and on an adjacent intersection, an ambulance was trying to get through, and the march simply split in two and allowed the ambulance to get through, so no serious obstruction there. Coming up to Stanley and René Lévesque, heading east. Minor Waken saying here, been a good action so far. Nice job. Yeah, it's insofar as the police has not tried to shut it down. I mean, that's the big X factor here, and a lot of people are still scratching their heads from a few weeks ago at the police brutality demo, trying to figure out what changed the police's mind and why they decide to react that way, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking similar questions this evening. And we got a big honk from the truck. Traffic on the René Lévesque continues to be blocked as protesters walk against the now static traffic, but we still have some horns being honked in support. Coming up to Peel and René Lévesque. On Peel and René Lévesque currently. I believe we're going to have an announcement from police. I can overhear the crackling of a megaphone. Keep an eye on that. Yeah, I believe we're going to get an announcement from police.
Trying to announce
Yeah.
They're having
Technical difficulties, folks. So I think police are standing by. Actually, you can hear them inside the van right now. Do we have a hot mic situation here? Yeah, we can overhear some chatter from the van.
Nous vous demandons de circuler dans le même sens que la circulation pour votre sécurité. Donc, nous vous demandons de prendre la rue René Lévesque et d'emprunter du côté sud pour votre sécurité pour ne pas circuler au travers des véhicules.
So the announcement coming from the SPVM van asking people to walk not against traffic but on the adjacent lane. And that is the extent of the announcement that we've heard. Not asking people to disperse, not declaring this march illegal, but simply asking that people march on the other side of René Lévesque and not against traffic. And so far, no indication that protesters are going to heed that demand. So we may have a situation here where the crowd's refusal to heed the police orders might lead to an escalation, maybe more police, or they might try to block access on this lane. We'll see. But that wouldn't be in keeping with what we've seen this evening, which has been relatively hands-off police response. And no indication yet that that's going to change. Jones 1963 saying, always nice to see you, Matt. Always nice to see you, Jones. I'm gonna have to send you like a loyal viewer's badge at some point that you can wear with pride on your backpack or your coat, so that people know. So police continuing to follow. A couple of bike cops, 4 behind me, and a couple of police vans, but that's it. Coming up to Place Ville-Marie and the intersection of Robert Bourassa and René Lévesque, heading east. So quick recap, the march. Oh, people are taking a left into the courtyard here at Place Ville-Marie, which is nice because it's nicely illuminated. Good lighting here. So
La plaza de la Place Ville-Marie.
technically, they have heeded the police orders to not walk against traffic.
So now we are on the Place Ville-Marie, tallest building in Montreal, on its plaza with the protesters.
So as I was going to say earlier, quick recap of what's happened so far this evening. The demonstration left Phillips Square at roughly 8:30 p.m., heading east, walked all the way to Barrie, and then took a 180, doubled back towards the downtown core, where people marched on St. Catherine, heading west up until Crescent, and then did another 180 onto René Lévesque, at which point we heard our first police announcement of the evening, asking that people march in the other lane and not against traffic on René Lévesque. And we have now taken a left off René Lévesque onto the plaza of Place Ville-Marie, heading back towards St. Catherine. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your continued viewership. And as always, if you're not already, please follow me on Twitter @MapDamour. My handle is in the title of the stream. And as always, check out thelinknewspaper.ca and 99media.org for more protest coverage and other breaking news. Now coming down the stairs here of the plaza of Place Ville-Marie, heading towards St. Catherine. Now on McGill College Avenue. Coming up to the intersection of McGill College Avenue and St. Catherine Street. This is turning into something of an endurance march. No indication from the protesters that they're going to stop anytime soon. Yet police continuing to let them march unimpeded. And people continuing north on McGill College Avenue. So we seem to have lost a few people, but we're still, I'd say, roughly at the 80 to 100 mark in terms of the number of protesters. No change in the number of police officers who are following, and still no riot police on the ground. Fortunately, I had a big dinner before coming out here this evening, so the engines are still firing on all cylinders, and we are entering close to the 2-hour mark, if we haven't passed it already. So, all right, we got a quiet spell here. I want to get your opinion on something. You guys, you, the viewers. Yes, you. So, I got engaged in December. So we're me and the lady friend, the fiance, if you will, the Beyonce. We're in sort of the preliminary stages of planning an eventual wedding. And I am, pardon the expression, I'm kind of married to the idea of catering the reception with an all-you-can-eat self-serve taco buffet. I know it's unorthodox, but like if I was invited to a wedding, well, first of all, I'd be, like, who actually wants to go to a wedding? Unless, except for maybe like family and people who are getting married. But, you know, if I was just going, like, what a drag, right? There's a Saturday or a Sunday. But then there's a taco bar. And, you know, hard shell, soft shell, you know, beef, chicken, vegetarian, some beans if you're into that, different kinds of salt. Like, you get where I'm going with this, right? I cannot be the only person who thinks this is the best idea. That is all. I'm now open to your questions and comments and feedback. Coming up to the intersection of McGill, College Avenue, and Sherbrooke. And people taking a right onto de Maisonneuve off of McGill College Avenue onto de Maisonneuve. Police mobilizing. We do have a few police officers on the ground protecting the entrance of HSBC Bank. So we have heard in the past that, and seen also, that banks are sometimes the target of windows being smashed by some of the more militant protesters. So we do see the police response in front of the building.
Tes collègues riaient de sa gueule.
So we continue to have roughly the same number of police officers on bikes following. And number of vehicles and an announcement van that we heard from earlier was the only announcement that we've heard from police this evening, compelling people to not walk against traffic on the Rue des Évêques. But that point became moot as people took a left onto the plaza Place Ville-Marie. And we are now on de Maisonneuve and Robert Bourassa heading east. We have a shout from the crowd right now, somebody asking people to slow down. Not exactly sure why, but we are at our current pace, passing the intersection of Robert Bourassa and President Kennedy. Excuse me. Slight correction, we are not on the Maisonneuve, we are on President Kennedy. So numbers have gone down a little bit. We're at about, I'd estimate, the 75 protester mark. But people are still energetic and committed with no sign of slowing down or stopping. People taking a right on Union off of President Kennedy. So we are now headed back in the direction of the starting point of this protest, Phillips Square, heading down Union, south direction. Oh, all right. We're going into the metro. All right, so warning, if things cut out, it's because the signal is not maintaining inside the metro, but we are now headed into McGill Metro Station. I'm going to get my bus pass out in case people get on the system. You never know. I don't know, Willie. All right, for posterity, I use the card. All right. People hopping the turnstiles, some using their cards. For those who are interested, we appear to be heading in direction of Anti-Austerity metro station on the Green Line. And we're still live. All right, why not? So we are now unexpectedly on the platform of McGill Metro Station. Where she stops, nobody knows. We've got a couple of people on the adjacent platform, but most of them are on this one, heading in the direction of Anti-Austerity Metro Station. We've got a screen here with some news clips, and we did have a quick glimpse of Quebec Premier Philippe Couillard, which got an unhappy response from the protesters. So full disclosure here, if people actually take to the metro and get inside the car, I'll stream for as long as I can, but there's only mobile data coverage at certain stations, so I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to hold out, so keep that in mind. According to the ticker, we've got a minute until the metro arrives, so please be patient, stand by. Follow me on Twitter at Madamo. Handle is in the title of the stream. Link newspaper.ca, 99media.org for continuing coverage. Yes, Gavin is short pointing out that I should be fine until Barrie. That's what I'd expect. I don't know. Should I just follow this thing as long as it goes all night? We'll do a tour of the island, take in the sights. So some encouraging drumming happening on the adjacent platform as the crowd of roughly 75 or so protesters awaits the metro here at McGill Metro Station on the Green Line of Montreal's subway system. What an evening it has been. On va continuer jusqu'à temps que...
Ouais. Jusqu'à temps que le monde continue plus.
Ah ouais. So I'm just going to have a quick look here to see if there's any police in sight. I don't see any, so we have no police officers who entered the metro system. All aboard. Mind the gap. How's it going, Corey? Good. How you doing? Yeah.
Same here.
Yep. Good man. All right. Till about Barry. Yeah, the green line got fitted with mobile network.
If you need to hook up, I have my hotspot.
We'll see. Oh, you have a mobile.
Yeah.
So we have word here from another viewer who I think is watching Simon saying that the police stayed outside of the metro station.
Yeah, they can tell live where we're gonna stop.
Yep. I'll keep doing the commentary. We're now at Place des Arts metro station. Pulling up.
Everyone has got out at Ferry.
Yeah. Probably.
They're all there.
For you progressive rock fans, Steve Hackett, former guitarist for Genesis, will be playing at Place des Arts in a couple of days, if that's your thing.
Everybody here.
Prochaine station, Saint-Laurent.
Now heading east towards Saint-Laurent Metro. Now at Saint-Laurent Metro Station.
Station Saint-Laurent.
That's what I said. Are we getting off? Are we getting off? Are we getting off? Are we getting off? Nope.
Ouais.
Hey, we got Patrick Blair in the stream. That's the gentleman who came to meet me. He was a viewer, and he became part of the live stream. He came and found me. And he says that still going. Hello, Patrick. What are you guys doing? Huh? Yeah, me too. Yeah. Now arriving at Barrie Metro. This is sort of the cutoff point here for mobile data, so we'll see. People are good enough. All right. And we're out of the metro. People are going the wrong way. Patrick Blair saying, couldn't make it because I'm doing last minute school stuff. Hey, we all understand. We've all been there. Okay, so we are now at Barrie Metro Station, heading towards the platform that leads to the direction of Montmorency Metro. This is fun. This is like an adventure. I have no idea where this is going. appears that people are heading in the direction of the exit. So as we come to the exit now of Barrie Metro, calls for people to stay grouped together, but we have calls for a caucus to be assembled. So it looks like we're going to have some deliberations here about what happens next. People asking, where do we go now? No police in sight. No cops anywhere. I'll be darned. Pardon the language. Corey, Patrick Blair says hi.
Hi, Patrick. How's it going?
All right, so we are now headed outdoors. Heading towards St. Catherine Street. And we've got some protesters handing out change to a homeless gentleman. So Mind Awaken asking where we are to let the other stream know. We are currently at Barrie Metro Station. Barrie Metro Station. He'll know. He'll know what it means. It's not too far from where he was previously at McGill Metro. It's about 4 stops. I'm lazy, so I'm taking the escalator that's moving. So people have taken to the street once again on St. Catherine, heading east. Thank you, sir. And we are now at Place Émilie Gamelin, also known as Barrie Square, where we've got a row of police vehicles in wait here. So we've got 4 police vehicles, no riot police, and the remaining 50 or so protesters are now outside of Barrie Metro on Place Émilie Gamelin. Overheard somebody just say that they had their dose of marching for the evening. So we've got 20 or so protesters continuing to walk, but I think the party's going to end in a little bit. The majority of the crowd has dispersed. But a surprising number of people got on the metro for that leg of the march / metro ride.
Hey, Matt, you still there?
Oh, I'm still alive, man. So we're now on the intersection. So what's that? I think he stayed in McGill Metro, but I think he's coming. All right, so we've got some people now taking to the street. And they are now on Saint-Hubert. No police in sight, except for the officers in the vehicles at Place Émilie Gamelin, just over there. But we've got a little over a dozen protesters currently in the street. So I'm going to stay on the sidewalk because it gets a little gray around here. Is this still a march, or are we just taking a walk? It's still a march. Can hear some sirens in the background as police continue to mobilize. Police officers in those vehicles over there are not leaving their cars, and we've got about 20 protesters heading north on Saint-Hubert. I don't see any of the bike cops, so they have not caught up yet, not that I can see. And claim being made that these are the best protesters in Quebec. Certainly the most committed. The intersection of the Maisonneuve and Saint-Hubert as 20 protesters continue on the street. No police in sight, except for a few handful of vehicles, but no police officers on bikes or riot police on the ground. And we do have an announcement van coming near the protesters, so we might be hearing something from the police shortly. I'm gonna put my hat on because it's windy. Alexander Soma saying, this is going oddly really smoothly. I know, right? Right? I don't know what to say. We do have a van. So this is the first time that we've seen the van carrying riot police officers come this close to the protesters, but they are not yet deployed on the ground. Coming up to the intersection of de Maisonneuve and Saint-André. We've got one vehicle up ahead of the protest, and two vehicles, and the riot police van is turning off of this street to go onto an adjacent street, and the command vehicle as well. So right now, pretty much unimpeded, and no police officers nearby. As we stop here on the intersection of Saint-André and de Maisonneuve. People taking to the sidewalk. I think that's all she wrote, folks.
Hey gang, faites attention vous autres!
Il y a nombre de gens avec des types de musique. S'il arrive de quoi, ben, courez, puis venez dire médic, puis on va être là.
Ouais, si on a besoin, il y a des médics là-dedans.
So we've got about half of the protesters breaking away here, going into a tavern establishment for some spirits and other beverages, and yet to see if the handful of protesters who remain will continue marching. But yeah, this is an interesting night. Looks like this is going to be the end of it. Yeah, I'm going to say that this is probably going to be the end of the march. We got about a dozen or so people remaining from the march milling around, but that's pretty much it. I'll hang around live for another couple of minutes in case anything develops, but sounds like it's margarita hour, folks. That's it? Alright. Okay, so let's do a quick recap here. Let's see if I can remember everything that happened this evening. Okay, so At about 8:30, people leave Phillips Square, heading east. Okay, they continue east on St. Catherine until they hit Barry. They then take a left on Barry, up Barry, and then they take a left onto Maisonneuve, an effective 180, heading then westward onto Maisonneuve. And then what happened? They continued onto Maisonneuve, continued through the downtown core, eventually turned towards St. Catherine, walked down St. Catherine until Crescent, and then on Crescent they took a left, and then another left onto René Lévesque, walked against traffic on René Lévesque until they hit Place Ville-Marie. Place Ville-Marie up until St. Catherine, took a right, continued until... No, they didn't turn onto St. Catherine. They continued on McGill College Avenue, and then they took a right on President Kennedy. And then, you know the rest. And then they got on the metro. And then, now I'm here. So, thank you so much for watching. This was a delight, a joy, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Quick last minute plugs. Follow me on Twitter. @Madamo is the handle. It's in the title of the stream, because it's weird. I have a French last name, so I don't expect you to like it. It's okay. Linknewspaper.ca and 99media.org for continuing coverage of Montreal protests and other breaking news. Thank you so much for sticking with me this evening through this zigzag march. The stream cut out at one point and it came back on, but you all came back, which is beautiful. So thank you. As always, I'm Madamo. Have a nice evening.